Okay, I'm going to show you a quick overview of the 3CX web client. You will have received a welcome email from either your IT or us as your installers. Once you see that welcome email, you can click on it. It's going to give you your link to your web client. You can simply remember your extension number. In this case, it's 500. We're going to go ahead and copy the password since I can't remember that. I simply click on this link. Quick heads up, sometimes this email will go to your spam folder, so you might want to check there. Secondary, some email services will warn you that it's could be a dangerous email. You need to understand you were expecting the email. You can click OK, it's a safe email. Also, when you proceed by clicking this link, sometimes Google or Chrome will warn you, like, are you sure you want to proceed here? In this instance, the answer is yes. So we're going to click here. I didn't have any warnings. And it took me right away. It tried to input some data for me, but I'm going to put in my extension, which was in that email. I'm just going to copy and paste that password in and hit the login button. I am in. I can see the status of everyone in my office. Right now, everyone's available because it's actually after hours. This phone here is set to Do Not Disturb because it's set to go to Do Not Disturb after hours. We can use this web interface as a full functional phone. It can be a standalone phone, literally just dial right out of Google Chrome, or you can use it to control your hard desk phone. Nowadays, more and more people are using it as a standalone phone and foregoing the traditional physical desk phone. But you will need a headset for call clarity. It works decent on a tablet or a smartphone. It actually works really well. But if you're using it on a PC, we typically still recommend that you have some type of a headset. Either Bluetooth or a USB usually works great. Here, beyond seeing the status of my company, I can also hover over these icons, find out I can click to call. I could do a video call with them direct if they have a camera and I have a camera. I can also do a chat. Some other features, I can click on these dots to see a few more. I could call their mobile. I could leave a voicemail, email, intercom, things like that. If you go to status, I can change my status company-wide, and I can say I'm going to go set a temporary status away for 15 minutes, and I'm going to say stepping out for coffee. Sounds good. I have 15 minutes, it's going to say this. After 15 minutes, it's going to set me back to available. Right now, I'm going to hit OK, and 500 stepping out for coffee for 15 minutes. And that everyone knows my calls will go to voicemail for this 15 minutes. If I work with a certain amount of people, let's say I'm in a company of 25, 50, 100 users, this page could be overwhelming and could contain a lot of people that I don't interact with that much. So instead, I can create a favorites page, which is the difference between these gray stars and the white stars. If I go to my favorites page, I've got about 4 people in here. If I want to add a couple more, I could check 4 more new people I started working with recently. Now when I go back to the favorites page, I've got 7 people. If they change out, I simply just uncheck the gray star and they disappear. This is useful for if you're working in a group and you're collaborating with a certain amount of other employees in your company. That way you're not overwhelmed by 100 different people in here. But I can always click and filter by these groups. I can make a phone call out of here by using the 10 key on my keypad and simply hitting enter. And you can see I'm making a call right away. I'm going to go ahead and hang it up. Sometimes Google Chrome will ask you for permission to your microphone to make the call. You'll have to allow that if you want the microphone, if you want this phone call to work properly. I'm going to go ahead and just change my status back to available. I showed you how to make a phone call. The last thing I would say is if you click in here, you can change your profile image. You can there's some useful download links. The other one I'll just quickly address is install 3CX Click to Call. It's actually a 3CX for Chrome add-in, and it allows you to click any number on like a spreadsheet, a web page, and it will instantly dial out of this web phone. Or it can also, if this web client is told to use your physical hard desk phone, when you click on the website, it will dial out your physical phone. That's the end of that. And a quick way to check to see how your phone is programmed. If you don't have a hard phone on your desk, by default, it's going to select this 3CX web client down here at the bottom. If you do have a hard phone, it's going to use the hard phone. Now, you can toggle this based on whichever one you want to use. Let's say that I logged into my web client, but I'm not at my office. I'm actually out at a coffee shop. Well, in that case, I didn't bring my physical phone with me. I need to switch this to the web client. That's the only spot you need to check to make sure how you're calling, because if you log in at your coffee shop and you have it set to your office phone is going to dial out. It's not going to make any sense. So just here's where you check, and you can toggle between web client and physical phone.